Do you know the one thing that separates dreamers from achievers? It's consistency. Consistency, a word so simple, yet so powerful. It's the secret ingredient that transforms a fleeting dream into a lasting reality. While so many people spend their lives dreaming, imagining the life they want, the few who actually achieve it share one common trait. They show up every single day, even when it's hard. Even when no one is watching. Even when the results aren't immediate. Because they understand one simple truth: success doesn't happen overnight. Why is consistency the key to every success? Because greatness isn't built in a single moment of brilliance. It's forged through the daily grind, the small, sometimes unnoticed steps that compound over time. Think about it. The athlete doesn't win the race because of one extraordinary sprint. They win because of the countless hours spent training, pushing their limits day after day. The same is true for you. Whatever your goal, whatever your dream, it's the small, consistent actions that will get you there. Now, imagine this. What would happen if today you committed to being consistent? What if you made the decision, right now, to take one small step every day toward your goal? How much closer would you be a week from now? A month? A year? You see, success isn't about making one grand gesture or waiting for the perfect moment. It's about the daily choices you make, the habits you form, and the effort you put in when no one else is watching. So I ask you, what would you do if you knew that today, the small actions you take could lead to extraordinary success? Because they can. Right here, right now, you have the power to set your future in motion. And the best part? It starts with something as simple as showing up. Consistently. Every single day. Consistency is like planting a seed. Every time you take a small, intentional action, it's as though you are gently placing a seed into the soil. At first, there's nothing visible. You can't see the roots reaching deep into the earth. You can't see the first signs of life breaking free. But, make no mistake, something powerful is happening beneath the surface. Imagine this: you plant a seed today, and the next day, you water it. You continue to nurture it daily, even though, for weeks, you may not see a single sign of growth. Most people would walk away, thinking their efforts are wasted. But those who understand the power of consistency, they keep showing up. They know that beneath the soil, where no one else can see, life is forming. Roots are taking hold. The foundation is being laid for something magnificent. Success works the same way. It doesn't announce itself with fanfare. It doesn't appear out of nowhere. It's built in the quiet moments, in the small, everyday actions that seem insignificant but hold the key to greatness. Just like the seed slowly transforms into a towering tree, your consistent efforts are paving the way for future success. Here's the truth: success isn't an immediate result. It's not something you wake up to one morning, like magic. It's a process, a journey. It's the quiet growth that happens when no one is watching, when no one is applauding. Every time you push yourself to take that extra step, to stay focused even when you're tired, to keep going when others would quit, you are planting the seeds of your future. Think about it. Each day, with every small action you take, you are nurturing your potential. And just like the roots that grow deep before a tree ever breaks the surface, your success is being built right now, quietly, steadily, powerfully. So, remember this: you may not see the results today, but that doesn't mean they aren't coming. Just like the seed in the soil, your growth is happening in places you can't yet see. And when the time is right, when the foundation is strong, your success will burst into full bloom. But only if you stay consistent. Only if you continue to nurture those seeds every single day. Because the real secret to success? It's not in the big moments. It's in the small, consistent actions that you commit to day after day, no matter what. Have you ever heard that voice inside telling you that you're not good enough? That nagging, relentless whisper that makes you question yourself, that makes you doubt your worth? That, my friends, is your greatest enemy. It's not the obstacles outside of you. It's not the circumstances around you. It's that voice inside your own mind. That voice of doubt. It's sneaky, isn't it? It disguises itself as reason, as logic. It tells you, be careful, don't risk too much. What if you fail? It sounds convincing, and at times, it feels like it's protecting you. But here's the powerful truth: doubt is a liar. It masquerades as logic, but in reality, it's holding you back from the greatness that lies within you. It's building walls around your potential, keeping you stuck in a place of fear and hesitation. And if you let it, doubt will steal your dreams. It will convince you to play small, to stay in the shadows, to avoid the risks that lead to breakthroughs. It will tell you that you're not ready, that you're not worthy, that you're not capable. But here's what you need to remember: doubt is not your truth. You were not created to live in the shadows of insecurity. You were created to shine. You were designed to achieve, to thrive, to reach heights beyond your wildest dreams. But to do that, you have to silence that inner critic. You have to fight back against the lies of doubt with a stronger voice, a voice that says, I can and I will. So stand up and fight back. When that inner voice tells you, you can't, respond with I can. When it whispers, you'll never make it, shout back, watch me. Every time you choose belief over doubt, you win a victory for your future. Every time you push forward despite the fear, you are building strength that no one can take away from you. Remember, silencing that voice of doubt isn't a one-time battle, it's a daily fight. Every time you step outside your comfort zone, every time you aim for something bigger than yourself, that voice will try to pull you back. But here's the good news: the more you challenge it, the weaker it becomes. The more you choose courage, the more confidence you build. And every step you take forward is a step toward the life you were meant to live. You are stronger than you think. You are more capable than you've been led to believe. But you will never discover that strength if you let doubt dictate your actions. So today, I challenge you, question that voice. Replace it with words of power, of faith, of purpose. Because the truth is this: the only limits that truly exist are the ones you place on yourself. Your potential is limitless, but you'll never tap into it if you allow doubt to run your life. So, when doubt tries to shout you down, shout back. Say it with certainty: I can and I will. And believe it, because that belief is the first step to unlocking the greatness inside of you. Are you ready to step out of your comfort zone and into true success? I'm talking about the kind of success that doesn't come easy, the kind that demands more than just showing up on the good days. It's the kind that requires you to push yourself when everything inside of you wants to quit. Because here's the truth: growth only happens when you're willing to face discomfort and push beyond what feels safe. We've been conditioned to believe that discomfort is something to avoid. We seek the easy path, the comfortable life, the safe choices. But the reality is, comfort never leads to greatness. Look back at any moment of growth in your life, any time you leveled up, became stronger, smarter, or more resilient. What do those moments have in common? They all required you to step into discomfort, to do something that stretched you beyond your limits. You see, discomfort is not your enemy, it's your greatest ally. It's the fire that forges strength. It's the pressure that turns coal into diamonds. Every time you face something difficult, every time you push through a moment of pain or uncertainty, you're not just surviving, you're becoming stronger, wiser, more capable. Pain doesn't last, but the strength it builds will carry you forward forever. Let that sink in. The discomfort you feel today, whether it's the struggle to wake up early, to push through fatigue, to stay disciplined when it's easier to give in, that discomfort is temporary. But the strength it creates? That stays with you. That's what shapes you into the person you need to be to achieve your dreams. So I challenge you, stop running from discomfort and start running toward it. When you feel that resistance, when you feel the urge to turn back, recognize that you're on the verge of growth. That tightness in your chest? That's not fear telling you to stop. It's a signal that you're about to break through to something bigger. Every great achievement in your life will come on the other side of discomfort. Whether it's starting a new job, pursuing a passion, or confronting a long-held fear, true success lives just beyond your comfort zone. But here's the thing, it doesn't mean that fear and doubt will disappear. No, they'll be right there, whispering in your ear, telling you to turn back. But what sets you apart is the decision to move forward anyway. Think about an athlete training for a race. They don't get stronger by doing what's easy. They get stronger by pushing their limits. When their muscles burn and their lungs feel like they're on fire, that's when they know they're growing. The same is true for you. Every time you push past discomfort, you're building your capacity for greatness. You're expanding your ability to handle challenges, to persevere through the tough moments, to come out stronger on the other side. Here's what you need to remember. Discomfort is temporary, but the growth it brings is permanent. The pain you feel today is the strength you'll carry tomorrow. The fear you face today is the confidence you'll walk in tomorrow. But none of that happens if you stay in your comfort zone. None of that happens if you refuse to embrace the struggle. So don't fear discomfort, seek it. Don't run from the pain, run toward it. Because every time you do, you're one step closer to the success that's waiting for you. The path to greatness is not smooth, it's not easy, but it's worth every ounce of effort you put in. And when you look back, you'll realize that every moment of discomfort, every challenge, every bit of pain, it was all worth it. Because that's where your true strength is found. That's where your greatness is born. Too often, we get caught up in the big picture. We focus on the end goal, the dream destination, the final achievement that will signal we've made it. But here's what I want you to remember. Success isn't just about that final moment of glory. It's about every single step you take along the way. Don't just focus on the big end goal. Every small step forward is a victory. A mountain isn't climbed in one giant leap. It's conquered one step at a time. And every step, no matter how small, is progress. It's momentum. It's you moving forward, closer to your dreams. Too many people overlook these small wins, and that's where they lose their motivation. But not you. You're going to see those small victories for what they are, building blocks of your ultimate success. Stop for a moment and recognize your progress. Look at where you were a week ago, a month ago, even a year ago. You're not the same person you were back then. You've learned, you've grown, and yes, you've won. Those days when you showed up, even when it was hard, those are victories. Those moments when you pushed past your comfort zone, when you took one small action, even when it felt insignificant, those are wins. The world may not see those small wins. No one may applaud when you complete a task or overcome a minor challenge. But let me tell you something, they matter. Every win, no matter how small, is part of your bigger success. Each one is building momentum. And momentum is a powerful force. Think of it like a snowball. It starts small, but with each turn, it gathers more snow, it gains speed, it becomes unstoppable. That's what your small wins do for you. They build confidence. They remind you that you are capable, that you're moving in the right direction. And with each win, no matter how small, you get closer to that big goal. So I challenge you, celebrate every small victory. Don't wait until you've reached the summit to feel proud. Celebrate every step that brings you closer. Every time you choose action over excuses, discipline over distraction, you've won. Every step forward counts. And here's why that matters. Small wins create big success. They build the foundation, they keep you motivated, and they give you the confidence to keep going even when the road gets tough. Because let's be honest, the journey isn't easy. There will be days when the goal seems far away, when you feel like you're not making progress. But on those days, remind yourself, success is a process. It's the accumulation of small wins that will get you there. So today, take a moment to acknowledge your progress. Look at the distance you've already covered, the obstacles you've overcome, and the small steps you've taken. Each one is a victory. Each one is worth celebrating. And when you do that, when you celebrate your small wins, you fuel your passion to keep moving forward. Remember this, success is not one giant leap. It's a series of small steps. It's the power of small wins. So keep taking those steps, keep celebrating those victories, and know that you are building something great, one small win at a time. Let me ask you something. Can you stay disciplined when no one else is watching? Can you keep pushing forward when it's hard, when it's uncomfortable, when there's no applause or recognition? Because that's where the real test lies. It's easy to stay motivated when the crowd is cheering you on. It's easy to keep going when the world is watching. But what about those moments when it's just you, alone, in the quiet? When there's no one else around to see the effort you're putting in, to see the sacrifices you're making? That's when self-discipline becomes your greatest asset. And here's the truth you need to understand. Self-discipline is the key to unlocking your potential. Without it, all the talent, all the dreams, all the aspirations you have will remain just that, dreams. It doesn't matter how much potential you have if you're not willing to discipline yourself to put in the work, day in and day out. No one else can do this for you. Think about it. The greatest athletes, the most successful entrepreneurs, the people who have reached the highest levels of achievement, they all have one thing in common. They don't rely on motivation to get them through the day. Motivation comes and goes. But self-discipline? That's what keeps you moving forward when the motivation fades. Your future is in your hands. It's not up to anyone else. The decisions you make today, the actions you take, those are the building blocks of the life you're creating. And it's in those small, daily choices that your success or failure is determined. Will you choose to stay disciplined when it's easier to take the shortcut? Will you stay consistent when it's more comfortable to give up? Here's the key insight. Self-discipline is the foundation of all success. It's the ability to do what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like doing it. It's the strength to keep going when distractions pull at you, when doubt whispers in your ear, when the road ahead seems long and difficult. It's staying true to yourself, even when no one else is watching. Because at the end of the day, success isn't just about talent or luck. It's about mastering yourself. It's about having the discipline to make the right choices consistently over time. It's about being willing to do the hard things, the things no one else is willing to do. So, I challenge you today, can you stay disciplined when no one else is watching? Can you be consistent even when it's hard? Because that's where greatness is found. It's not in the big moments, the spotlight moments. It's in the quiet moments when you choose to push yourself, when you choose to stay on track, when you choose to keep showing up. Remember this, your future is in your hands. No one else can create your success for you. No one else can walk your path. But if you choose self-discipline, if you choose to stay true to yourself, there's no limit to what you can achieve. So, the question is, will you rise to the challenge? Will you commit to being disciplined, to showing up, to doing the work? Because that's the secret to unlocking your potential. It's not about being perfect. It's about being consistent. It's about choosing discipline over comfort, day after day. And when you do that, when you stay true to yourself, you'll realize that you hold the power to shape your destiny. Now, It all comes down to this. Are you ready to commit to consistency? Are you ready to keep pushing every single day, even when it's hard, even when the results aren't immediate, even when no one is cheering you on? Because that's where the true power of consistency lies. It's in the daily grind, in the small, deliberate steps that you take over and over again that build into something extraordinary. Success doesn't come from a single burst of effort. It doesn't happen because of one lucky break or a moment of inspiration. It comes from the quiet, consistent actions you take each day. The small habits you form, the decisions you make when no one else is watching, that's what will define your future. So, start today. Plant those small seeds with consistent action. Water them, nurture them, and trust the process. Don't wait for the perfect moment or the perfect conditions, because they'll never come. Your success is already beginning, right now. Every time you choose consistency over comfort, every time you stay focused on your goal despite the challenges, you are moving closer to the life you envisioned. This is your moment. The power of consistency is in your hands. The only question left is, are you ready to embrace it? Because if you are, there's nothing that can stop you. Keep going, keep showing up, and watch as the seeds you plant today grow into the success you've always dreamed of. Your future starts now.